It's time for Be in the Driver's Seat with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. Mental health expert Dr. Teresa Moore and community engager Gill Garrett. A Saturday mix of community, cars, credit, and wellness created just for you. Brought to you by Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet of Waterford. Plan your next vehicle purchase or get your credit rolling in the right direction with Regina today. And now, Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, Dr. Teresa Moore, and Gill Garrett.
You know what time it is. You know what time it is. It is time for Be in the Driver's Seat. What's going on, fam?
Good.
I was going to say, T, what's going on, fam? What's going on?
Oh, listen. Got back up today.
Disclaimer, listeners.
Got back up today. Got my mans in the building.
I
got my mans in the building.
Who we got in the building this morning? Who we got in here?
Since you got a little backup.
Who is it? Man.
It's 2-on-2 today.
Introduce yourself, King. Introduce yourself, King.
Man, it's SG Jake.
Y'all know that voice.
Man.
Y'all know that voice.
Stop playing with me.
Y'all know that voice.
Stop playing. They early with it.
Stop playing with
They
you.
early with it.
What's up?
Nobody not playing with you this morning.
Yeah.
Or today.
He got that strong jeans,
Jacob's
apparel
boy, what's
on.
up,
Yo,
You know I gotta stay drenched in it. It's only right.
It say what? A lifestyle.
Godly resemblance, man. We gotta be Christ-like, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen, I'm excited because every time I jump on a plane, I jump on a plane in the gear. So I put on my lifestyle of godly resemblance shirt and be ready in that third row. That's window seat, first class. Oh, baby, you know it don't even go that no other way. Okay.
Looking fly while you fly. That's all I'm gonna say.
Woo, looking fly when you fly.
Jacob Moore in the building.
Jacob Moore.
I'm glad to be here, y'all. Glad to be here. Let's get it.
Man, y'all know the voice. Y'all know what it is.
I'm excited. This the first time we running like this, though, y'all. Y'all see this?
G, what's up?
We out the gate with this.
Come on, man.
G, what's up?
Hey, you know what? I'm just ready to get it in today.
Yeah, I'm excited for the show.
Because we know I'm always excited when I get to see you guys at 5:30 in the morning.
There's no place like home.
Oh, come on.
No place like home.
There's no place like home, brother.
Let us know we missed around here.
There's no place like home.
That's love.
There's no
place
like
love
home.
this morning.
That's love.
He don't pick up the phone. He don't call nobody
I
back.
ain't even gonna say nothing.
I got stopped by we got stopped by the police. He didn't answer the phone.
They don't do nothing to get stopped by the police.
I'm just kidding.
After they was leaving bingo.
Bingo, though.
If you would have said spades, if you just said spades or something, I would have been okay. But he said
little
bingo.
beer whistle.
Bingo.
I was just about to say beer with.
Bingo.
He come on dominoes.
Hey, man, listen, man. It is amazing to be just here, opening our eyes, being grateful to what God has done for all of us, seeing us in this space. We in February, y'all. It's 2024. We're already in February. What's up with that?
But February is Black History Month.
Yeah.
Come on.
And
we got some phenomenal people that's
Oh.
but you know what? Shout out. I need to give Tamika Jenkins a
Wait
shout
a minute.
out.
She on my. Wait a minute. Hold on. Look at
She
that.
on your list.
Look at that.
Good.
Shout out to.
Listen,
Look at the bottom.
I'm telling you, I shouted her out yesterday, y'all. It's been almost 1 million hits since I shouted her out on my page. So, but I just want her to know Pontiac is proud of you.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mika.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to.
She's the chief of police.
She's the chief of police in Inkster, and she is number 2.
In the state of Michigan.
In state of Michigan.
So black women who are
Yes.
So who are chiefs. That's correct. And I am so proud of you. Now, this is history in the making.
And she's from the Yak, though, right? She's from Pontiac.
Come
on, Chiefs in the house.
Hey, I'm from Detroit, and I can't hate. There's a lot of talent come out of the Pontiac, man.
That's
well,
right.
you know what to say.
I give y'all credit.
You know what to say today, don't you?
That's right. That's right.
It's a lot of great people from
she
Pontiac.
fought her way
Shout
through it,
out
though.
Pontiac.
We talked yesterday.
Yeah.
She fought her way through it and just kind of persevered. And so we're going to try to get her on because I told her you got to come in here and be with these phenomenal ladies that's here. And y'all got to tell y'all stories because y'all make history with us and do it for us. And y'all have always done it for us. So I can't wait to see if we can get her here on this mic so she can tell her story.
Yeah. So we need her on for Women's Month. We need her on for Women's Month.
Yeah.
Women's Month. We're going to have
March.
Yeah, March. We're going to have all women.
Good.
Oh,
Good.
all right.
You might as well take care of that.
Oh, no problem.
You might as well take care of that because I was going to reach out, but you
got it?
I talked to her yesterday.
All right.
Good.
All right,
well, let's get into this word of the day, word of the week.
Let's get
Dr.
it.
T, it was your word, so I'm going to toss it back to you.
The word of the week is guarantee. And when I came up with the word, Regina and I was actually talking about the word guarantee. But for me as a therapist, when people sit in front of me, I'm going to guarantee you 3 things. Number 1, I'm going to guarantee that I'm going to be present and in the room with you. Number 2, I'm going to guarantee I'm going to let you be heard, that there is no judgment. And number 3, I'm guaranteed to pray for you if you want prayer. But if you don't, I'm guaranteed to give you the very best of me out of my capacity. Now, as a worshiper and as a child of God, there's some guarantees that the Lord has given me.
Come on now.
And so one of the guarantees is if I knock, the door going to be open for me. If I call, he going to answer.
Come on.
And if I show up, he going to show up with me because I'm an atmosphere shifter.
You better. Hey, you trying to change?
Well, I can't go behind that one.
Man, I don't know. You looked over here.
I can't even.
She looked over here in this corner. I'm sitting there, tears about to roll down my eyes.
I'm not even going behind that one.
Hit me with the confirmation.
If I abide in him and his word
Hey,
abide in
listen,
me,
guarantee.
I can ask.
Listen,
Come on.
guarantee.
Come on.
Listen. Y'all take that? Because the one thing for sure in all of guarantee is he's showing up. He's showing up. I don't even. I want y'all to marinate on what Dr. T just said. I'm not even about to touch that. I'm not guaranteed.
Who gonna take that? Alley?
That he gonna show that. Listen, Jacob. There you go. There you go, Doctor. Come on, G. There you go.
Jacob.
I'm gonna try, but
no, you got it.
It's already there.
The male perspective.
It's already there.
Let's get it.
When the word guarantee came to my palate, I just began to meditate and something that I was reminded of is God is a fulfiller of prophecy.
Yeah.
If he said it, it's guaranteed that it's going to happen. All right? And I'm going to follow up with a scripture and it says in Numbers 23:19, God is not a man that he shall lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Hath he said, and shall he not do it? Or hath he spoken, and shall he not make it good?
Yeah.
Yep. So Numbers 23:19.
That's a guarantee.
That's a guarantee.
That's an alley-oop to you, G.
Oh, you ready for me?
I'm ready.
You ready for me?
Let's get it.
So guarantee to me is, I always got to take it back to the car business, right?
Yeah.
Because I am Regina, the queen of car loans. I didn't get that introductory in the beginning. The queen of car loans. So when I think about guarantee, I want to take it back to a dealership. When you guarantee something, you stand behind your product stand behind what you do. So I'm going to take it to the service department. If you come in and you get your oil change on your vehicle and you pay for it, you leave, but then later on that day or the next day, you start smelling oil on your car. You realize it's no gas cap it's no cap there. On there, right? It's nothing there. And oil is spilling all over your car. And you're thinking to yourself, this didn't happen before. What's going on? So you go back to the dealership. What we would do is the service manager would get with the technician. It would be an investigation, right? And if it's our fault because you came and got your oil change, we're going to guarantee it. We're going to stand behind our work. Now, it could be some other different situations that might happen in between time. I'm just giving a vague example. So if you try to do it and it happened to you and you try to say we did it, it's going to be an investigation because it could have been something that you might have done. But we stand behind our product.
That's good. That's good. When I hear guarantee, God stands behind his word.
Come on.
You said we stand behind something. God stands behind his word. So there's some special guarantees just for you and promises.
Ooh, if y'all don't take all this information this morning and just kind of recap it. Because listen, guarantee, that's powerful in the kingdom of God. That's powerful just knowing that you have a guarantee that he's showing up and he's showing up. So I am super excited about everything I just heard. I'm super excited about just being in this space. understanding so that the guarantee of what God is going to allow us to be and where he's going to allow us to be in his presence and see, and that's guaranteed, baby. That's guaranteed. You can count on that like you breathing air.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? When you wake up, open up your eyes, it's guaranteed that the day is yours.
That's the king said.
So don't worry about that. The day is yours. I already won. I just got to get my lesson out today.
I woke up to win.
You know what I'm saying?
It's guaranteed he'll never leave us nor forsake us.
Yeah, that's word.
All right, he with us. It's a guarantee.
So no worries.
We not alone.
No worries. You know
Assurance.
no worries.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
All right,
you know what I'm
y'all.
saying? I know a few hymns.
All right, y'all. So listen, y'all heard that word of the day. Y'all heard it right here on Biz. We'll be right back after we take this quick break. We're coming back with Lakina Fulks. You don't want to miss it. Y'all want to stay tuned in.
Get your pen and paper.
Get your pen and paper. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Regina the Queen of Carlones here with Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet in Waterford. If you're looking to get into a new or used vehicle with affordable rates, come see the Queen, like Dr. T.
The Queen got me approved the same day and got me what I wanted. No hassle, no problems. Go see Regina the Queen of Carlones.
That's right. My lenders are making unheard of deals where others simply cannot. Ride in style with the Queen. Regina the Queen of Carlones. Just Google Regina the Queen of Carlones.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
Are you paying high interest rates on a car loan? Do you desire to purchase a home, but you're unable to get approved? Perhaps you're repeatedly getting denied for credit when applying for credit cards. Listen, better credit doesn't just happen. You've got to make it happen. I've helped hundreds of people better their credit and their overall financial situation by applying a simple set of instructions that anyone can follow. Call me today, 1-800-988-9184. That's Kathy Washington, your financial impact coach, at 1-800-988-9184. Don't delay. Call today.
Hi, I'm Dave Wilkie, Service Manager at Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet. Since the 1950s, Joe Lunghamer and his family have been honored to service your vehicles. With 112 years of combined service experience, we can take care of any concern you might have. From warranty work to routine oil changes, we treat your vehicle like our own. Call now to schedule a next service appointment at Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet. Stop by anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get your vehicle serviced right every time. Call 248-683-7100. That's 248-683-7100.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
Hi, Joe Lunghamer here from Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. What kind of deal do you have for us today, Regina?
Well, it's tax season, so I'll match a down payment up to $1,000 on any new or used vehicle.
So if a customer brings $300,
I'll make it $600.
if they bring $500,
I'll make it $1,000. Just make sure you say, I'm here to see Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.
that's a bit much, isn't it?
It's good to be the Queen. Just Google Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
I'm so excited. I have Mrs. Lakina Fulks in the building. Listen, y'all, I absolutely love her. She is a fellow author. She is a wife. She's an entrepreneur. She is the owner, the founder, and CEO of The Treasure Within. This woman has some phenomenal things that she's done. Whether it's from walking the runway, come on, in New York, whether it's from at the altar praying for folks, come on, prophetess, whether it's doing ministry. I've had the opportunity to work alongside of her in ministry, to be a co-author with her in a book. This woman is phenomenal, and I'm so excited to have her in the building. Good morning, Lakina.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here this morning. Yes.
And we're excited to have you. We're excited to have you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I actually been following you for the last 90 days? Actually more than that, because when Dr. T, she stepped on your platform and she started talking, I just started peeking. You know how you say, I peek behind the scenes.
Gina, Gill trying to speak. You see him over
there? My bad.
He's trying to play alley-oop.
My bad. I didn't see you.
I'm just seeing all these smiles and everything going on. It's just right up in here. We appreciate you being here, ma'am.
Everybody with pretty teeth. Everybody with pretty teeth this morning.
Listen. So I'm excited. So go ahead, G. You've been following her, huh?
No, so you know what? Anybody that's on the scene with you, I have to do my undercover following.
Listen.
I started liking this morning when I got on the Instagram but I do that undercover. I got to go check them out, see how they doing, make sure they're on the up and up.
Oh, yeah.
I got to have your back as your business partner, even though they already been in your life, right?
Listen, Lakina is a woman of God, number one, and she lives a lifestyle to motivate, to empower, to uplift, and to build self-esteem for young women. So I had to become a part of that. I reached out to her. I mean, I've seen her in different settings, but I was like, sis, how can I partner with you? And it was one of the best things that I could have done. So Lakina, we in the studio. Tell the listeners, who is Lakina Fulks?
Yes. Well, once again, thank you so much for being here and being on you all's platform. I am so excited to be here today. And Lakina is just a girl from Detroit that grew up and had a lot of things going on in her life. And I decided to take those negative things that would have caused me to be a statistic in life and really do something to impact my community and make a change and show and let other young girls and women know that no matter what you go through, no matter what people say, if they count you out, you can change your life if you change your mind, change your thinking, and believe in God and believe in yourself.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I want to know, how did you come up with your mentorship program? Because I was reading that your mission statement is, help me with it real quick, to motivate, right?
Yes.
Wait a minute. To motivate, to empower, and uplift.
Yes.
So how did you come up with that? Because when I think about it, here I answer my own question. But anyway, when I thought about it, I was thinking, did it start when you were 5, 6 years old? Because sometimes people have to have things happen to them in order to speak in life into somebody else.
Yes. Well, I always had this dream of being a role model. And when my grandmother, she was from the South, so when she came here in Detroit, she had little education, so she was a maid for rich people. And I remember going with her to these beautiful suburban areas and helping her clean. Now, I thought my mom knew that I was going with her to clean, but she didn't know. And but one day, I was in this big mansion, and I was in the kitchen, and I was just sitting there just marveling at how the house looked. The pantry was full of food, and I think that's why I keep a pantry full to this day, because I saw that. And my grandmother, she said, Lakina, shake out of it. What are you doing? And I was just standing there looking. She said, if you want something like this, you can have it. But when you do it, give back to your community. And she just saw how I was staring. She said, you can do it. And so from there, I said, what can I do to have this? And so I decided I would be a doctor. And that was at about 8 and 9 years old. Well, life took a turn. I became a teenage mom at 16 years old. So my plans of what I wanted to do, I thought was over. Well, I continued on, got in college with children and everything. And so I was in my master's program. And in that class, I had to come up with a project. And I did not know what it would be. And so I went to sleep, got up, and the Lord told me the treasure within.
Wow.
And he gave me the mission. He gave me my whole program, and I wrote it down. It was an 8-week program. Wow. And I wrote it down week by week, the activities, every single thing. I got it that night. Awesome. And then I developed it. That was in 2011.
Lakina, this SG Jake here. I was just looking over your bio. Something that I find intriguing is the fact that you're reaching out to young women in the inner city. Mm-hmm. And somebody that's from the inner city, I know is valuable to the people that really need them resources. So what are some techniques to find out what's needed for those young women in the inner city?
Yeah, great question. So I go by what I've seen, what I've heard, and what I needed when I was young.
Awesome.
And so that's how I, kind of know what they may need. And then I do surveys and things like that to kind of see what it is that they need. And then that's how I know.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
So one of the things I wanted to ask you is that, since I worked alongside of you, let's go back to some areas in your life. Like, what have you gone through that has made this challenge even greater? Tell the listeners, what are some challenges you may have gone through that even makes this journey greater?
Yeah, so like I was saying before, I had my whole life planned. I said I would graduate high school early, and I would start my journey early. And I did graduate high school early. I was actually going to go to Princeton. My dad had everything set up for me. Wow. And at that time, I had a boyfriend, and I was 16, and got pregnant, and he got me pregnant on purpose, so I wouldn't leave.
Wait a minute, you said pregnant on purpose?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, so so wait. Okay.
Yeah, I know,
That's
but
deep.
it still was on purpose.
I like it, though. I like it because you know what? You're sharing.
Yes.
Yeah, and
real.
everybody don't like to share.
That's real.
Yeah, and so I just thought my life was over, so I ended up switching, and my parents was like, well, go for business, and so I went for business and computer information system, and I stayed in Michigan, and I had my first child at 16, got married at 17 years old to him, and was in a very abusive relationship, and had more kids, and almost a kid every other year. So those were the challenges that I went through, that while I still made the decision, even though this happened, I'm going to go to college, so I did. And every day was a challenge, because when I would come home, although I was getting beat, he would say things like, I don't even know why you're going to school. You're never going to graduate because you're stupid and dumb. And you're not going to graduate. But I made up in my mind, you're saying that, but I'm going to do it. And I made up in my mind at that moment, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to get a master's degree. So I did all of that despite of everything I was going through. But it was a very hard challenge. It was a very challenging time for me.
But you got your bachelor's and your master's.
Yes.
I mean, that's I mean, you telling the story right now, because honestly, I was looking at your bio, and like I said, I've been following you for a little while, actually over 90 days. Sometimes I think I'm in the church when I say something, and then, but you for you to tell us your story and where you are now, that's amazing, because when people put different programs out, they put their inner out, right? Yeah. But it's also what's inside. Yeah. And for you to reveal what's inside, that's amazing, because people need to know where you came from.
Yes.
Because constantly, Gill mistrusts process saying, people need to know inside. People need to know you, because we actually don't share a lot of stuff about us personally. Because, like the T, we want you to read it in our book.
Absolutely.
But, the therapist didn't mean to rose up, right? The therapist didn't mean to rose all the way up. But I just want to first to say I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank
a
you.
lot of people don't come up out the ashes like you did.
Amen.
And the Bible tells us that God will give us beauty for ashes. So I'm looking at a beautiful individual, and you don't look like what you've gone through, because God makes our outer look good. But I do want to say this to you. How did you go back, tap into the treasure that was in you? Because that had to be a very difficult time, and many would have walked away. What did you do to tap into your treasure?
Yes, great question. So what I had to do was really continue to believe in myself. And no matter what I was being told every single day, I mean, many times I, tried to commit suicide, and was battling so many different things, so many thoughts and things that was going on in my life. But I had to continue to believe in myself. And it was just that the voice of God is saying, this is not who you are. Because even, I can remember while I'm sitting here talking, I was sitting on the couch studying, and he just comes, you dumb, you stupid, you ain't nothing. And I simply said out of my mouth, I said, what the woman you see today is not who I am.
Ooh,
said,
amen.
You cannot tell me my destiny.
Amen. Wow. Amen.
And he just looked at me like, well, you got all these kids, you ain't gonna amount to nothing. I'm going to end up leaving you, and I'm taking all my kids with me. And when he said that, I said in my head.
Did you believe it, though?
Nope, because I said in my head, no, I'm going to take all my kids, and I'm leaving you.
Well, we're going to pause on that thought, and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Regina the Queen of Car Loans here with Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet in Waterford. If you're looking to get into a new or used vehicle with affordable rates, come see the Queen, like Dr. T.
The Queen got me approved the same day and got me what I wanted. No hassle, no problems. Go see Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.
That's right. My lenders are making unheard of deals where others simply cannot. Ride in style with the Queen, Regina the Queen of Car Loans. Just Google Regina the Queen of Car Loans.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
Are you paying high interest rates on a car loan? Do you desire to purchase a home, but you're unable to get approved? Perhaps you're repeatedly getting denied for credit when applying for credit cards. Listen, better credit doesn't just happen. You've got to make it happen. I've helped hundreds of people better their credit and their overall financial situation by applying a simple set of instructions that anyone can follow. Call me today, 1-800-988-9184. That's Kathy Washington, your financial impact coach, at 1-800-988-9184. Don't delay. Call today.
Hi, I'm Dave Wilkie, Service Manager at Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet. Since the 1950s, Joe Lunghamer and his family have been honored to service your vehicles. With 112 years of combined service experience, we can take care of any concern you might have. From warranty work to routine oil changes, we treat your vehicle like our own. Call now to schedule a next service appointment at Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet. Stop by anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get your vehicle serviced right every time. Call 248-683-7100. That's 248-683-7100.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
Hi, Joe Lunghamer here from Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. What kind of deal do you have for us today, Regina?
Well, it's tax season, so I match a down payment up to $1,000 on any new or used vehicle.
So if a customer brings $300,
I'll make it $600.
if they bring $500,
I'll make it $1,000. Just make sure you say, I'm here to see Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.
that's a bit much, isn't it?
It's good to be the Queen. Just Google Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
We're back, and we're still with Lakina. Oh, Lakina.
Yeah.
Oh, see, you know what?
What?
Lakina.
Don't sing, please.
Lakina.
Listeners, I'm so
You know she was about
sorry.
Lakina.
Listen.
Well, you know what? We gotta go and toss that over to
Mr. Trust the Process.
Yeah.
Like, wow. But when she left out, y'all, she said, the woman you see today is not the woman that I am.
Listen,
you just dropped the mic. You dropped the pen.
I dropped the pen.
She just dropped the pen.
I got one question. I got one question.
What's
I got
that?
one question.
Yes.
How did you forget that man?
But you know what? We didn't. That was on break, so we don't know. They don't know.
No.
I'm just saying though.
I got it. I'm
Okay.
just
All right.
to get to this space from and y'all can see her on live on Facebook. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. How'd you forget that man?
I forgave him because I felt like I needed to move on, because I held on to that anger of what he did to me for so long that it made me a very angry, evil woman. I hated men. My brother and my dad couldn't even talk to me. I would snap on them and go off. If I would go into a store, a man would look at me and be like, man, what did he do to you? Smile, please. Was it that bad? And I was like, yes. I was so angry. You could see it. My mom would look at me and cry, be like, man, he hurt you so bad. You're not happy. And I carried that for years, that all I wanted to do was really hurt men. I was a dancer. I sold drugs. I did a lot of things. And I did a lot of things to hurt people, and especially men, because I was hurting. And so when I gave my life back to God, I had to forgive. And so I did that, and I got challenged with it, because he ended up becoming homeless. And he would call me and say, hey, I want to see the kids. Can you bring me some food? And I would do it, and I'll give him some money. And then I began to forgive him, even though he still was mean, even though he still did a lot of things to me. Even when I got remarried, he still would say things and do things to try to intimidate me. But I knew I had to release that and forgive him so that I could move forward, because it was making me, like I said, a very angry, mean woman.
Were you? I'm sorry, I had to jump in there. You therapy. So, what you been through? Therapy. Is this something? Are you in therapy? Continue therapy, or it's just because it's? I can't even get my words together because I had no clue. I mean, I followed you the last 90 days, or a little bit more than that. Just paying attention to you because, you know, Dr. T, actually, you are like the perfect role model, the citizen, right? And I never knew. And of course, she didn't share nothing like that because that's what she does. She's a therapist, right? She, you know, you keep stuff confidential or whatever. But are you still in therapy?
I believe you have to have therapy, counselors, mentors, coaches. So I continue to have that and invest in that in me. But in the very beginning, I didn't have therapy. And so my therapy was going to church, reading my Bible, and praying.
But that's therapy.
Yeah.
That's therapy.
Spiritual therapy.
Yeah, spiritual therapy. That's therapy.
Yeah. But since you asked that question, you know, and you brought up church and prayer and the Bible, and so that's preached a lot, and I'm a believer of the Bible, of course you all know that, but I also believe that you can have a therapist in Jesus too. Oftentimes we sweep things under the rug and we just say we're gonna pray about it and that's it, and please hear my heart. Yes, we can pray on things, but sometimes we need help. Sometimes we need someone in the physical to help us. So I appreciate the fact that you said in the beginning you didn't have those tools, but you utilize those tools now, and you are even a conduit to help those that you help now.
Yes, correct.
And I just want to salute you for being transparent. And the fact that you brought that up, it just something in me resonated. My ex, I was married before, and something that was going on in the marriage was domestic violence. And I wasn't the aggressor. So my ex, she used to want to fight me all the time, and she used to like to fight because she was used to that. So what would you tell those people coming out of domestic violence on how not to take it in their next relationship?
Yeah, so working on yourself and being healed first, because if you don't, you take that into the next relationship and you do the same thing. You act the same way, you take it out on the person. So I really had to work on me. You know, I always, you know, into self-development, personal development, reading and spiritual growth. So it's really working on you and knowing who you are and that you're valuable. And so one of the things that when I was in that journey, before I was seeking counsel and therapy, because of who he was, I really couldn't tell nobody. And when I did tell to seek help, they didn't believe me.
I was just going to say, did they believe you?
They didn't believe me because of who he was, and they would look at him like, nah, he couldn't do that. They would say things to me like, man, you're so lucky. I wish I had a man like that. But they didn't know when I got in the car, I was being slapped. I was being spit on. I was saying, shut up, you no good B. You know, all of those things. I even remember one time we were he was at the pastor's house, the head pastor's house, and I was going to go out. I was just had my third child and was been in the house for 6 months, and I went to drop the kids off. And he came outside and said, "You not going nowhere. Go home and take my kids home," and bust me and knock me out in front of their house. Blood everywhere, mouth split open. And I went in there and said, "Look what he done to me." And he said, "She lying, she fell." And they didn't know who to believe, even though they seen the evidence. They believed him. So I didn't have an outlet. I couldn't go to someone to seek counsel because when I tried to reach out for help, I was shut down. So I had to do it myself.
Come on.
And with the help of God. And it was him telling me, you are beautiful, you are worthy, you are valuable, you are a queen, and you are enough. And I didn't understand that when he was speaking those things, but every time I was in prayer, he would say those things to me, and that built me up. And I tell people, because for months, God was just saying those things to me, when I came out, I had this new confidence.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow, that's good. You know, one of the things the Lord has been dealing with me is on pseudo-Christians. And so you just kind of dealt with that a little bit. You know, sometimes people don't know what's going on in your household. They see the outer appearance. They see and they idolize what you have, but they don't know what it costs. They don't know what your oil, how expensive your oil is. They don't know what it costs to be you and to do the things you do. And sometimes your oil and your cost is so expensive, it'll take them out. So people need to stay in their own lane and ask God to give them their own oil so that they can stop trying to idolize those around you. You never know what a person is going through.
You never know.
Wow. So what do you have going on right now then? Because right now, I'm telling you, sister, you're shining right now. What you got going on right now? I know for a fact you got something coming down the pipe. What you got going on right now?
So right now, my program, The Treasure Within, we are in Barber Preparatory Academy in Highland Park. And so I'm doing my winter cohort there. And we'll be having their crowning ceremony March the 2nd. And so that's why I'm working on getting the program into schools. And that's what I've been working on. So that's what I got coming up. Their crowning ceremony. We're in the fifth week of class, and it's going really, really well.
So when are we doing our summer program? Because I'm excited about that. I'm ready to get back in the trenches.
The summer program will be starting in the end of June.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Awesome. I'm kind of lost for words right here, and I guess the reason I am is because, you know, I had all these questions, and I already said that you have to come back for part 2.
Yes.
Because sometimes when you prepare for things, God has already prepared the table for you.
Come on.
Let me say it again. Sometimes when you prepare for things and you just try to get ready, God has already prepared it. Because sometimes people need to hear that other side. They need to hear how did you get where you are. Yeah. And I thank you for sharing, because that took a lot to share. And we people have to realize you have to go through some things to get where you are.
Absolutely.
And people think that everything in your life is perfect because they're looking through that glass. Because you look good, you may look good, you smell good, you drive something nice, you have a nice house. I mean, I don't know if you drive, I'm just saying. You probably drive something nice, you got a nice house, you got a handsome husband in the lounge with you came in, y'all just tore that little lounge up out there, right? And when I say tore up, I mean you lit it up. When I walked up to you, and usually, you know, I think more because I'm in the company of Dr. T as my business partner, as my sister, I greet people differently.
Yeah.
You know, I used to be like, hey, and I keep it moving. Now when I greet people with hugs, especially if it's her people, because I already know that they're anointed, right? They're already anointed, right? Because they're with her. So I want to thank you. I know I had to go into my little spiel, but I want to thank you for just, I'm not kicking you off right now, but I want to thank you for joining us, because she came because we record Saturday mornings. We start at 5:30 and we come on at 6 o'clock. And to get out the bed in the morning, you and your husband, we appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
This last thing is, you know, I always say your beginning does not dictate your end.
Amen.
So I'm thankful for the treasure that we see in front of us today.
Thank you. Yes.
Awesome testimony.
The treasure.
Where you at?
Where's Mr. Trust the Process?
I
can't, you know.
Look, I'm on part 2. Y'all see me on live. Y'all know what I'm gonna do. Y'all know what I want to do right now.
Just go ahead.
Y'all know what I want to do.
But we need to go to a quick break.
I know. Let's go on a quick break, man. I appreciate
y'all. Go to a quick break, and we'll be right back. Regina the Queen of Carlones here with Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet in Waterford. If you're looking to get into a new or used vehicle with affordable rates, come see the Queen, like Dr. T.
The Queen got me approved the same day and got me what I wanted. No hassle, no problems. Go see Regina, the Queen of Carlones.
That's right. My lenders are making unheard of deals where others simply cannot. Ride in style with the Queen. Regina the Queen of Carlones. Just Google Regina the Queen of Carlones.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
Hi, I'm Dave Wilkie, Service Manager at Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet. Since the 1950s, Joe Lunghamer and his family have been honored to service your vehicles. With 112 years of combined service experience, we can take care of any concern you might have. From warranty work to routine oil changes, we treat your vehicle like our own. Call now to schedule a next service appointment at Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet. Stop by anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get your vehicle serviced right every time. Call 248-683-7100. That's 248-683-7100.
Chevrolet. Find new roads.
We are back, everybody. We have Lakina Fulks still with us. Lakina, tell the listeners how, if they want to get their child enrolled or if they want to get in contact with you, what is your contact information?
Yes, so our website is www.thetreasurewithinyou.org. You can follow us on Instagram, which is _thetreasurewithin, and on Facebook is The Treasure Within You.
Wow.
How long has it been since you birthed Treasure Within?
I started it in 2011.
Okay.
Wow.
So what did you do? And that's also kind of one of my questions with guests. Like when the pandemic hit, how did you keep that going?
We had mass social distancing. So for 2020, we didn't do it, but we did it in 2021.
So what's the ages? Is it for the young lady?
It's 9 through 19.
9 through 19.
Mm-hmm.
So you covering them basically through that middle school, almost to that middle school, and then almost through high school.
Yes.
So how many cohorts do you do a year? Is it just?
It's just usually one. Well, I started off where I did 2, but then just one, a summer program, the big summer program. But now I'm going back to doing 2. But my goal is to do it, all year round. So if I'm in the schools, one here one day, one another day. So all year round is the goal.
And is it like a 3-week program, 4 weeks?
It's a 8 to 12-week program.
Okay, awesome. And just kind of, can you give us a little bit more detail about what you teach them? How do you get them to even start to recognize the treasure within? Because the kids the client that's coming to you, you already know that they have something, but how do you pull that out of them?
Yeah. So we focus on self-esteem building, etiquette. Yeah. So we teach them everything, what they need to be as an adult woman to be a successful adult woman. Because I believe if a girl know who she is when she's young, her value, her worth, and her confidence, she'll grow up to make better adult choices, which is picking better men, better friends, working on her credit. So we teach them financial literacy, the importance of credit. We teach them etiquette, how to eat, how to walk. We teach them sexual education, the things that their body go through, and we promote abstinence. We talk to them about STDs. So we have nurses come in. We have doctors come in. We talk about mental health, anger management. We have a trauma program as well. So we talk about health. So we have so much that we have, and we do a lot focused around activities. And so each lesson has an activity, and they really enjoy it, and that's how they retain the information, and then they want to come back, and then they invite their friends, and then it just goes from there.
Wow. That's phenomenal. I'm just so excited again to be sitting next to you. So you all heard it here first. Miss Lakina Fulks, she will be back, you all. So Lakina, thank you for joining us today. Again, if they want to contact you, how do they contact you?
Yes, and thank you all for having me. It's been my pleasure. I really had a great time. And how they contact me is the website, thetreasurewithinyou.org, and on Facebook is The Treasure Within You, and on Instagram _thetreasurewithin.
All right, y'all.
Awesome.
So, man, this has been amazing.
It's been amazing. It has. So anybody that wants to get up early in the morning, even though we're on at 12. And then, you can listen to us on, now we're going to be on Facebook. We're going to be streaming on YouTube and Instagram. Yeah. So we want to make sure that you go to our pages. Like Gil always says, go to our Facebook page, be in the driver's seat. Like our page, go to YouTube, and then go to Instagram. We're looking to get our followers up. We're looking to get our subscribers up. we just super excited. But I know we got our business that you wanted to highlight today,
Yeah,
Dr. T.
so I'm so excited about this business, Ambassador Institute. So if you been following the Biz team, we had a show with Dr. Pat not too long ago. Dr. Pat is the owner of Ambassadors Institute, and this is a 6-week. Yeah.
Oh, we know you wake up over there on that one.
I'm excited. Shout out Dr. Pat. Listen, this is a 6-week certified nurses assistant program, and it is in Southfield, Michigan. Y'all, this program comes with so many amenities. It's a low-cost program, but what I learned is if you're affiliated with some programs, they will pay your way. I had someone actually get their way paid, so I'm excited about that. But anyway, if you are interested in becoming a nurse's assistant, you can contact the Ambassadors Institute at 26647 Southfield Road. That's in Lathrop Village. Call them 248-828-6359 and ask for Carla Burns, who is the assistant, the admin manager, But I'm telling you, with this program, you get so much. They give you a stipend if you do not have transportation. They give you a stipend so you can get there. They set you up. They give you uniforms. They give you all the materials that you need. This program is set up for you to be successful. So if you are listening now and you would like to become a certified nurse's assistant, please reach out to Carla Burns, who is the admin manager, at 248-828-6359. This is Ambassadors Institute, and the owner is Dr. Pat. And so I'm so excited to be announcing this today while Women is Making History. This is the first clinic, the first certified nurse's assistant program that's in that city with Dr. Pat.
Listen.
What city is it in?
That is in Lathrop Village.
Lathrop
So,
Village.
yeah, Lathrop. Lathrop Village. Y'all know the Detroit folks checking me up in here, okay?
Well, I'm from Pontiac.
Okay, but whatever.
That's because Lathrop is
Visit.
right down the street from Southfield.
Okay, good.
It's like right down the street. Like one side, how Pontiac, and then you got Waterford.
Yeah.
One side is Pontiac, and the one side is
I
Waterford.
think Lathrop only like 3 blocks.
3
I'm
blocks.
just cracking on.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna come over there.
But
and
I'm
hit
so
you in your
excited.
head,
But
Mr.
you know
Trust the
what?
process.
They got a treasure. They got a treasure sitting in Lathrop. Okay,
When I say it's
the Ambassador
beautiful
Institute.
facility,
Beautiful
facility. I'm so grateful for them. That some of the kids through our district who missed the opportunity to finish up their work, Dr. Pat has came in and opened up to those kids and just what they're doing over there for men and women, and how Dr. Pat really takes her time to making sure that she's guaranteeing you to pass the state test, because she's not trying to fill up a bunch of people in the room.
Ooh,
She takes only a certain amount of students at a time, so she can guarantee that her students pass that state examination. So for me, I'm grateful for it, to meet her, and they just have wonderful spirits over there, and if that's the place you need to be in there, because they really take care of you in and out. So.
And she's
Shout
offering 2 classes a day. So you can do the 9 to 1, or you can come back and do the evening course. I don't exactly know the evening course time, but you can call 248-828-6359 and get that. So they have set it up for you to be successful.
And they have transportation stipends. So it is not that you can't get to school.
Yeah.
Ms. Pat going to make sure you get there, and she's going to make sure you get home as well.
So I do want to say this, and I know we don't have Ms. Fulks. We still have her here, but I do want to say I want to get involved with. I want to do something with you. I'm learning that from Dr. T. I need to ask people more for partnerships, right? I do want to get involved and do something with you with your mentorship, because you're doing some great things, and I have learned from Dr. T too. It's all about partnerships. You got to ask for partnerships, because people don't always say, you know what, I want to do something with you. Because sometimes people, black women, or just not black women, but people, period, are what do you call it? What's the word? Help me out, Dr. T. I'm sorry?
Shut in, closed.
No, not shut in.
Well, we do collaboration over competition.
That's
so oftentimes people are intimidated and don't want to work with one another.
Because they're scared.
Because
they're scared.
But my thing is, I'm going to collaborate, because what God has for me is for me, and can't nobody take
Give me
what's
some
mine.
on that one today.
Can't nobody take what's mine.
Right.
And so I walk proud in it.
Yes.
Awesome.
I would love to, Regina. Yes.
That's good.
What's the name of that book again?
It's called Why.
Why?
And that is my life story in a novel. And you wouldn't know it's my life story because it's a novel. And but everything in there
because you had to protect some of the names. And
But we also in the book together too.
Yes, what is that book?
Gathering the fragments, so none will be lost.
Yes.
So listen, we got some stuff together. Okay.
How many? See, now we're going. I opened the door back up, but how many books? How many books do you have?
How many you got out here?
I have 3, and then I have 5 ebooks.
Okay. So we on number 8 together, sis. I'm on number 8 too. That's what's up. 8 is a new beginning, so I'm dropping some more this year.
How was motherhood and being a wife?
Yeah, I have 6 children, and I love it. And I've learned how to manage it because I've had kids since I was 16 years old. So it just comes, like I know how to manage school, work, kids,
awesome,
all of that. Yeah,
awesome.
All right.
Well, as we come to a close,
man,
we want to thank you again for joining us this morning.
Shout out to your husband.
Yeah.
Let's give your husband a shout out.
Yes,
Chris.
Come on, shout out Deacon Chris. Come on.
Sitting out
walked
there
in
the
this morning,
audience.
chest out like what's happening.
His protector.
Listen,
Deacon Chris, what's happening?
Deacon Chris get all the brownie points. He drove her up in here, y'all.
Right.
So let me say that. Fred Moore sleep.
No game.
Deacon walked in about 6'6", like what's happening?
Right.
Yeah,
I love it.
Radio station, yeah, all right.
Then he came in like I'm bringing my treasure.
Yes.
So we want to thank you, Jacob, for joining us today.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Oh man,
so excited.
And thanks for tuning in this week. And we'll be back the same time next week.
Yeah.
We got to put a dot on this one, bro. Like that be continued, like a dot on this.
That's a 2.
Tune in for part 2 to be continued.
I'm excited.
With Lakina Fulks.
It is music.
The treasure within. So thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate y'all.
Yes, we do.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to all of it.
Have a good week.
All right, be in the driver's seat.
You've been listening to Be in the Driver's Seat with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, mental health expert Dr. Teresa Moore, and community engager Gill Garrett. Brought to you by Joe Lunghamer Chevrolet of Waterford. Be in the Driver's Seat, a Saturday mix of community, cars, credit, and wellness created just for you. Thank you for listening.